It's another day around at Nicky Boy's house. Let me just turn this music off. There we go. It is a toasty 7 degrees in here today. And I don't know where we've got to. So you've seen the MG, the brakes don't... MG, it's an Austin. You've seen the Austin, the brakes don't work. We've fiddled about with it. Decided I wasn't going to waste any more time on the drums. You already know all this. Bought the MG midget, stripped it for everything I wanted off it. That's gone now. Scrapman took that. So I'm left with a few bits that I need to do the disc brake conversion on the Austin. All I want to do with this is drive it around the block. That's all I want to do. Once I've done that, I'll get into do... I'll start repairing it. I've never driven it. I just want to get some brakes on it, go around the block, and we'll go from there. After that, we'll think about doing something with the bodywork. Okay, so off the MG, we got the front stub axles, kingpins, and all the rest of the malarkey that you need to do the disc brake conversion. And basically, these two holes means you can hang a brake caliper off it, and that's all it's really about at the moment. Oopsie daisy. So, there's no play in them. I've had a fiddle around with them. They're looking good. But this one in here has got a broken bleed nipple on the back. Not a bleed nipple. A grease nipple on the back. And you see it's broken off there. So, I'm going to take it apart and see if I can't get the broken bit of the grease nipple out. So I'll put you on the tripod. I don't know what's inside them. I've never taken one apart before, so I'm going to get it in the vise, take it apart, lay it out, see if I can't get the grease nipple out. I'm a metric kind of guy. I've got no imperial stuff. If that needs drilling and tapping, I'm into going and buying some imperial taps, UNF I believe. I don't know. So let's put you on the tripod. We'll have a fiddle around with this, see what's inside it, and we'll go from there. So I need to sort of go behind the camera to see what I'm doing. That's where the broken bleed nipple lived, and I'm going to go and see if I can get out the remains of it. An easy out is basically a reverse threaded. You can see that. As you wind it in, it'll wind out the remains of the grease nipple. If you're dead lucky. Or it'll snap off. Right, lost for it tonight. Lost for a ticket. There you go. That is the end of the broken grease nipple. Look at the mess I'm in today. The kingpins off the MG are no good. As you can see there, that is the kingpin. It fits in the stub axle, which is that part in the vise. There's bronze bushes inside it that need to be reamed to fit. So I bought a kit, and this one has got a new kingpin in it. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because The piece of equipment required to ream those bushes out, the proper MG Austin ream, is about 200 quid. I know someone who's got one, and she's very kind offered to do this job for me, not to press the new bronze bushes in, but to ream them for me for 30 quid. And then I saw a guy on the internet who cut an old kingpin up and cut some flutes in it and made his own reamer. So I've got nothing to lose. The little bronze bushes in there cost nothing. So I pressed them out. I got the old kingpin. I chopped the end off it. Cut some flutes in it. Reamed it. And that cost me no quid. Yeah, you're getting the hang of this now, aren't you, hey?
Dad.
That's one. Wiggle it. Yes! Brilliant! Right, today we're going to take all the old suspension off the A5.
I can't put it on me.
I'll sort you out in a minute. So the first thing we've got to do is get the spring out. And there's a lot of potential energy stored in that. So I've taken the bolts out that hold the bottom plate on, and I've put some long threaded bar in there. And we're going to wind the nuts down slowly, and that'll release all the energy out the spring, won't it, Erin?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll sort you out now. You got it, Erin? That's it. That's it, you got it. If I can get this bolt out, I'm going to take you all to the pub. Yes. I'm going to kind of run through this bit of the video quickly. This was going to be about messing around with the shock absorbers. One of the Austin shock absorbers worked, one of the MG ones worked. I pulled apart the MG one to clean it and refill it with oil, but as soon as I poured the oil in, it ran out the bottom again. And at that point I decided there's not much point wasting my time with these old things. I ordered 2 refurbished ones online. The sun's outside, but it's very cold in here. We're at, oh, do you know what? A positively tropical 12 degrees today in the garage. I've been collecting bits to get the brakes and suspension back on the Austin. or as my daughter calls her, Amy. And I think I'm nearly there now. We've got, and I've been through this before, I've rebuilt the stub axles, rebushed them, new kingpins, new dust covers, they're ready to go, re-shimmed, ready to go. Loads and loads of bushers and screws and nuts and bolts, new front wishbones with fulcrum pins, new dust plates, new aftermarket discs, aftermarket calipers. I've been collecting nuts and bolts as well. I'm slowly learning how to identify imperial bolts. Looking at that, to me, being a metric guy, that looks like an 8mm, an M8 bolt. So M8 converts to about 5/16, well, it is 5/16 in imperial. There we go. The thread is very fine on that. If it'll focus for me, there we go. So that'll be called a 5/16 UNF, fine thread. Yeah, everything to get the front suspension back on. I think I've already mentioned that we've got new MG midget front shock absorbers on it. These are a refurb unit from the owners club. I dare say there's some blokey sat in his garden shed at the bottom of the garden who strips them, fills them full of oil again, coat of black paint, back in the post. Well, as I walk past the table, you'll see there's a few bits still left on there. I've been at this about an hour and a half now, and yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. We've got the bottom wishbone on, the stub axles in, saw the shock absorber earlier, replaced the boot on the track end. That was a nice easy job. But some of this pattern stuff, and I appreciate it is pattern stuff, you know, it's frustrating because the bolt doesn't quite go through the nylock on the nut, which, I mean, that's no good. We'll have to sort that out. I've spent about a good 15 minutes making things fit, and I appreciate it's 70 years old. Had it have been the Mazda, I'd have been out driving it around by now. But it's not challenging, it's a little bit frustrating, especially when you're used to modern stuff. It's almost like working on a Land Rover. In fact, Land Rovers have got the pattern scene nailed. Yeah, little bits and bobs that, you know, I'm not happy with. I'll probably end up having to replace that for a castellated nut and putting the split pin through it, or I'll put a thinner nut on it so it does in fact go through the nylock. What we're doing now, we are going to get the hub out, clean it up, pull the wheel bearings out, clean them, re-grease them, refit them, new seal, and with a bit of luck, the way we're going on, I might get one side done today. Well, got a little progress report. I'm waiting for some wheel bearings. When I was cleaning the hubs up, I decided to knock the bearings out to clean all the old grease out of them and re-grease them, but they just fell apart when I started trying to take them out. So I've got some bearings on order. The new back plates are on. The suspension's pretty much all built up now. Just putting the new calipers on. The reason I'm putting the calipers on is just to basically get the brake pipes in, size them up. Because the brake pipes are now, because the brake calipers are now on the front of the hub, where they were originally on the back when we had the MG in, we need different brake lines, slightly longer than standard Austin A35 lines. So myself and my daughter, we got a brake pipe catalogue and we went through the entire lot and we found a set. These are off a Range Rover. They're off of the back of a P38 Range Rover, and they're about 15mm longer than the... No, I've told you wrong. They're a bit longer than that. Anyway, they're longer than the originals, so it'll just give us an extra bit of brake pipe that we need, so we're not maxing the old brake pipe out. So, as you can see, the brake disc conversion is complete. The Range Rover brake pipes have worked really well. They've got enough flex in them. I've greased everything up, greased the track rod ends and the kingpins. And now I'm ready to go for a bit of a drive around the block. I've enjoyed doing this brake disc conversion, really rewarding. As you can see, the continuity is a bit arse about face again. Different day, different t-shirt. And this video is a bit of a cheating video because I've already been out in it. But I just didn't film it. I forgot to do building it up and showing you like bleeding the brakes and stuff. When I get into things, I rip in, and it's only when I've done that I think, oh, I've not filmed any of it. So this is a bit of a cheating video. I have been out in it. It drives really well. It's still got the original master cylinder on it, and I'm going to do something about that. I've got a new pedal box for it. This is all to come in the future. It's going to be a big project for me, this is. Not hard, just time consuming. So I have been out in it. I got a little video of it coming out the workshop for the first time with working brakes. So yeah, we're done. This is your disc brake conversion on your Austin A35 complete. And as you can see, now we're getting into the next stage of the project. They always look worse before they look better, don't they, Erin?
Yeah.